Good morning, dear children. Welcome to today's computer class. First of all, wish you all a very happy new year. So after new year, today is the first day we are meeting, right? Well, so did you all enjoy your vacation 2 weeks, right? That's good, students. So today we are getting back to the same chapter, algorithms and flowcharts. So already we discussed about what is mean by this algorithm. Do you remember? Yes, algorithm is a step-by-step procedure to do a particular task or to complete a particular work, you can say, to accomplish a task. It's a step-by-step procedure. The steps should be in the right order. If the steps are interchanged, then we won't get a proper output. Okay. So algorithm, it's a step-by-step procedure to solve a particular problem. Okay, and we have studied how to write algorithms into different ways. We have written like how to add two numbers, multiply two numbers, divide and all. Do you remember? Okay, then we studied about another method of algorithm like see, if you see that adding two numbers, multiplying, subtracting or dividing, they comes under calculation. They are comes under calculation. But another way of writing algorithm is by using decisions. Sometimes we may need to take a decision, right? So which number is the greatest number, 5 or 7? So 7 is the greatest number, right? According to the number, we have to take the decision. The first number is the greatest number or the second number is the greatest number. Then we studied about just how to take a decision process. So these are the two types of algorithms we studied so far. Got it? Well, now what we are going to do is we are going to study about flowcharts today. Flowcharts. So as you know, flow means it's a flowing from step by step. It's called flow. Okay, flowcharts. So what is mean by flowcharts? Flowchart, it's nothing but which consists of lot of pictures. Pictures in the sense the shapes. Pictures in the sense the shapes. I'll tell you what are the shapes it consists of. Okay, so we are writing the same algorithm with the help of some pictures. Okay, with the help of some diagrams. So the diagrammatic representation of an algorithm, it's called flowchart. Okay, instead of writing step by step full lengthy statement, take the first number, take the second number, okay, then calculate a c is equal to a plus b, then print the result. Instead of writing step by step, sentence by sentence, you can represent the same algorithm with the help of diagrams in short words, which is called flowchart. Is it clear? So one more time, what is meant by flowcharts? Flowcharts are diagrammatic representations of an algorithm. Diagrammatic representation of an algorithm. Let me write it here. It's a diagrammatic representation of an algorithm. Is called flowchart. Is called flowchart. Okay. So today we are going to study about flowchart. As I said, it's a diagrammatic representation. So diagram means what type of diagram we are going to make it. That is the important thing in flowchart. Okay. So in flowchart, we are using some set of diagrams. Okay. So if you have a pen and paper or if you have a computer notebook, you can make a note of the diagrams now. All right. Okay. So the diagrams. Okay. So first, what we are doing when we write an algorithm, we are following 3 steps. Do you remember? What are the steps? Taking input, then processing the data, then displaying the output. So these are the 3 steps we are following. First one is input, second one process, third one is output. We are displaying the output. These are the 3 main things in while writing an algorithm or a flowchart, right? So how to represent input? What diagram will represent this input? What diagram will represent this process and output? That is what I'm going to teach you now. Okay. So we are going to study the symbols. Diagrams you can call it as, you can symbols you can call it as, you can call it as pictures. That doesn't matter. Okay. So what are the symbols are used in flowcharts? Okay. So the question is symbols used in flowchart. What are all the symbols used in flowchart? Okay. So the very first one is for input and output. For input and output, we use the symbol parallelogram. So you can see that both the side it's a slanting line. It's not a rectangle. Okay, just keep it in mind. It's not a rectangle. Both the sides you can see it is slanting lines. So this is called input and output box. This is called input and output box. Clear? Okay. Then second one. To start and start. To start, otherwise to stop. So when we start the flow chart, first we have to say we are starting the program. We are starting the flow chart. So how to represent that we are starting the flow chart? So for that we have to use the symbol called, this is a symbol for start and end. And we call it as terminal symbols, terminal box. We call it as terminal box. Okay. Then third one. So this is for input and output, and this is for start and end. At the beginning you have to start with the same box, and at the end also you have to do the same. Got it? Then what is next? Then input output it's over, start end it's over. In between we have a process. Okay, if you want to make any calculations, what type of box you have to use it. Okay, so that is for process box. For processing we are using rectangular box. Just a rectangular. Okay, so don't get confused with the input output and process. Process is a rectangular box, while input and output it's like a parallelogram. It's a, both sides are slanting. Clear? Okay. What else we are using? Sometimes we do a process like a calculation, and sometimes we may take a decision, right? So in order to take a decision, you have to use the decision box. Okay. So for decision, it's diamond box. It's a diamond shape. For decision, it is diamond. Decision, you have to use the diamond shape. Got it? Okay. What else next? The next one, it's called connector. Next one, it's called connector. Okay. So connector, as the name says, which connects the different parts of a flow chart. Okay. So we may be writing a flow chart. At the end of this board, if I'm not getting a space, you can just use the connector over here, and with the same connector you can start it from the next page or next side of the board, which is called connector. Okay. So next one is called connector. For connector, the symbol is circle. Circle. Okay, so when I start writing the flowchart, you will understand the usage of all the boxes, then it will give you more clarification on the same. Okay, then the last one, it's called arrow marks. See, when we write a flowchart, so many symbols are there. If we simply draw the symbols, how do we understand that from where to go and where to connect and where to go next? Okay, so the arrow marks helps you to connect the flowchart. The arrow marks helps you to connect the flowchart. So the sixth one is arrow marks. Okay, arrow marks are, you can just make it maybe left side or right side, down or up, that doesn't matter. Both four arrow marks keys may be used. Okay, so these are the symbols used in flowchart. Is it clear for everyone? That's good. Okay, so with the help of these symbols, we are going to write a flowchart. Got it? Good. Students, now let us study how to draw flowchart. Okay, so I have given a symbols for your reference over here. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can refer these symbols now. All right, and here this side I'm going to write an algorithm which we already studied, and here we are going to draw the flowchart. Okay, and what we are going to do is we are going to write an algorithm and flowchart. Okay, to add two numbers. To add two numbers. So algorithm, you already know how to write algorithm, right? So what is the procedure? Can you tell me what is step 1? Algorithm is a step-by-step procedure. So what is step 1? First, take two numbers. Okay, take the first number. Take first number. Num1. And what is step 2? Step 2, take second number. Number which is called num2. Then what is step 3? Step 3 is processing. What is the process? Calculation. Calculate sum is equal to num1 plus num2. Okay. Then what is the next step? Step 4 is display the result. The result is under sum. So print sum. That's all over. This is an algorithm for adding two numbers. So shall we do a flowchart for the same? Yes. So we have to start. So which box is useful to start the flowchart? You can see this one, right? So let me draw here. Start. Okay, I started the flowchart. Then what is next? We have to take the input, right? So here I have written two steps for input. Take the first number, take the second number. Here together you can write in a flowchart. Together you can write in flowchart. Okay. So here what I'm going to do, what is the box you used for input and output? This is a box. Okay. So first write it, then draw. Okay. Input num1, comma num2. So this is a box for input and output. I'm not writing take the first number and second number. In short, I'm writing input num1, num2. Okay. Then what is the third step? It's a process, calculation. So for calculation, which box? This is a rectangular box. Okay. So what is the process? Sum is equal to num1 plus num2. So after writing, make a box. If you draw the box, then write, you won't get a sufficient space to write. So better write it first and then draw the box. Okay. So this is for input and this is for processing. Then after process, it's a display the result, output. So output also the same box. Okay. Okay, so I started drawing, but let me write print sum. Parallelogram box. Okay, so it's over. So we have displayed the answer also. Then what is next? Next is we have to end the program. Okay, start and then end. So it is end. Over. It's like a oval shape. Okay, so this is a flow chart. Okay, but if you look at the flow chart, I have drawn boxes, but there is no connection in between the boxes. Am I right? So how to connect it? Using arrow marks. Using arrow marks, we should connect it. Okay. So put arrow mark here, 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 here. So this is the proper flow chart for adding two numbers. Is it clear? That's good. Okay. So this is the way you have to draw the flow chart and write the algorithm for any program. Fine, students. That's good. Okay. Shall we write one more algorithm and flowchart for another program? So let it be another program is multiply two numbers. Write an algorithm and flowchart to multiply two numbers. All of you write this in your computer notebook. The next question also. Okay. What is the next question? Write an algorithm and draw flowchart for multiplying two numbers. For multiplying two numbers. Okay. Shall we write algorithm first? Yes. So we are going to multiply two numbers. So what is the algorithm for multiplying two numbers? First, we have to take the number, first number, okay? So step 1, take the first number. First number, num1. You can write anything, num1 or anything you can take it. X, Y, A or B, C, anything you can take it, okay? Then what is step 2? Take the second number, okay? Take the second number, num2. Okay, then third step is input it's over, so the next step is processing. So process means calculation. So what is the calculation? Product is equal to num1 into num2. Num1 into num2. Okay, so process is over. Then what is next? Yes, next is displaying the result. Okay, so step 4, print product. So this is an algorithm for multiplying two numbers. Okay. So shall we draw the flow chart? Yes, that's good. You have to guide me. Okay. So what I have to do first? What is the first symbol I have to draw? That's good. You have to draw the start box. Okay. Start oval. So it comes here. Start. Okay. The next box, it's input. Okay. So what two numbers we are taking? Num1 and num2. So okay. So second one, input num1, comma num2. So do I need to use a rectangular box? This is the box I have to use. No, I am not supposed to use this process box. I have to use this parallelogram box. Okay. So it's a slanting line. So you can see cross. Okay. So this is for input and output. Then what is the next step? It's process. So what is the process? Process is product is equal to num1 into num2. And here it's a process box. It's a rectangular box. Okay. Then process is over. Then display the result. So next one is print product. So this is also parallelogram box. Okay. Then we have displayed the answer also. Then what is next? We have to end up the program. So end. We have to say end. Over. So does the flowchart it's over? Am I right? No. What else missing now? That's good. The arrow marks are missing. Okay. So from here to here and here to here, here to here or here to here. Okay. So this is the way the flow comes. Start and from here it goes to input, then goes to process, then output, then end of the flow chart. This is the way we write algorithm and flow charts. Is it clear for everyone? That's good, students. Now let's see how to write algorithm for taking decision using the decision box and then connector, how to write it. Got it? Okay. The next program is we have to find out which number is greatest number among the two given numbers, which is the greatest of two numbers. That is what we are going to write algorithm and flowchart. Okay. So what is step 1? So first you have to take two inputs, two numbers. Okay. Step 1, take the first number, num1. Okay. Then step 2 is take the second number. Take the second number, num2. Okay. Then what is the next one? Process. In the process, it may be a calculation or it may be a decision. So here, are we going to take a decision? No. What we are going to do? Here, are we going to make any calculation? No. Then what we are going to do? We are going to take a decision. Okay. So what is step 3? Yes. Okay, see, students, I'm going to take the number as x and y. Okay, x and y. Yes, x is greater than y. Question mark. Yes, x is greater than y. I'm asking a question. So, how many answers are possible? So, sometimes maybe x greater than y, or sometimes y maybe. Yes or no. Two answers are there. Okay. So, if x is greater, then print x is greater. If no, print y is greater. Got it? So there are two possibilities. If x is greater, then we have to print x is the greatest number. Else, otherwise, okay, otherwise, if it is no, then we have to print y is the greatest number. Got it? Okay. Let's write flowchart for the same. Okay. So what would be the first symbol for starting the flowchart? Yes, it's a start button, right? So start. Okay, then its input, it's going to be the same. The second step is take the input. How many inputs we are taking? X and Y. Okay, so input X and Y. So the box is like this. Okay, now I'm doing the arrow mark then and there. Okay, so I have put the arrow mark. I started and I have taken two inputs X and Y. Then what is next? Do we need to do the process? Yes. What type of process? It's a decision. So which box I have to use? This box. Okay. All right. So I'm writing yes, x greater than y, question mark. Okay. So you can see the decision box, the diamond box, which has three sides now. Already one side be connected. Apart from 1, 2, 3, three sides are there, right? So you can use any two sides because which has a two answers. Okay, which has two answers. Yes is one answer, no is another answer, right? So which has a two answers. So you can use two sides, this side and this side, or this and this. Any two sides you can use. Okay. So let me take this side first. So arrow mark, it goes to the right side. Okay, it goes to the right side. So right side, it may be yes or no, that doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm just saying at the top yes. If it is yes, what is the display I have to give? Print x is the greatest number. Okay, print x is greatest. Okay. So when x is greater, so does the program still exist? No, right? It is over. The program is over, right? So from here we have to say end. We have to say end. Okay. So and if it is no, if it is no, then we have to say print y is greater. And both side program is getting over, so end. So one end box for both I have connected. So this question going to have only one answer, maybe yes or no. Okay, if it is yes, after displaying the result, end of the program. If it is no, okay, after displaying the result, we change the program. So this is the way the flowchart works. Is it clear for everyone? That's good, students. Now, all of you take your textbook. I'll tell you the page number. And one more thing, connector. Connector which is used to connect different parts of the pages for the program. Okay. So, if you are using a connector, what you can do is, so if it is the end of a page, you can say A. Okay, program end A, and when you start here, you have to say the start with the same connector, same letter what you specified inside, which means which is a continuation of this flow chart. this flowchart. Okay. So now all of you take your text. Page number 86. Page number 86. You can see what is meant by flowcharts. If you don't have a text with you, pause the video, bring your text, then play the video. Okay. Fine. Flowchart. As I said, flowchart is a diagrammatic representation of an algorithm. Flowcharts are very helpful in writing computer programs or for explaining programs to others. Then advantages of flowcharts: simplifies the logic. See, the logic is simplified. Okay, no need to while writing a program, no need to get confused because we have already written the step-by-step procedure. The logic is simplified. We can follow the same procedure. Okay, so a flowchart provides a pictorial representation of the steps. Therefore, it simplifies the process of writing computer code using any computer language. Okay, then second one, useful in coding. Okay, so a flowchart also helps in the coding process as it gives directions on what to do, okay, where to do and when to do. Everything directions are helping us to do. Okay, so it is helpful in coding. Then proper testings. It also helps us to find any errors in the program. Okay, then it saves time because we have already written the algorithm and flowchart. We can follow the same while writing the program. Okay, we don't need to get confused that what to write next. You can just look after the flowchart and follow the same procedure. So it saves your time. Got it? So these are the advantages of a flowchart. Then you can see the symbols are given here in your text box. You have to study these boxes. Okay, symbol and then its function, everything you have to study. Then they have given sample programs with the flowcharts. Then flowchart rules. It's easy to read and understand. Flowchart rules. Generally, a flowchart flows from top to bottom or left to right. See, top to bottom it goes, right? Otherwise, from left to right it goes, not on any other direction. Okay. Then no cross lines are allowed in a flowchart. Did you see any cross lines from here to here or here? How they? No cross lines are allowed. Okay. Always use connectors at the end when drawing a flowchart that fits in more than one sheet of paper. So a particular flowchart which comes for 2 to 3 pages, then you have to use connectors. You have to use the connectors. Okay. The next one, only one flow line should come out from a process symbol. Okay. So this is a process, right? So this is a process. So normally if it's a process, which is a process, this is a process. From the process, only one line it's possible. Okay, when we calculate anything, from the calculation, only one arrow mark it's possible. But with the decision, how many arrow marks are possible? Two, yes or no. Okay, that you have to keep it in mind. Only one flow line should enter decision box, whereas outgoing flow lines can be any in number. Actually, two in number. Make sure that the flowchart has a start as well as stop. Start, end. You can say stop also, that doesn't matter. Okay. So these are the rules for drawing the flowchart. Okay. Then next topic, looping. So do you know what is meant by loop? Loop means repeating something again and again until we satisfy some condition. It's called looping. Okay. Say for example, if it is a game, okay, so you have to just keep a water bottle in some distance, okay, and you have to take water in your hand for, okay, hold water in the hand and you have to fill the water bottle. So how many times you will do it? You will take some water in your hand, go to the place where the water bottle is there, and you will pour the water inside the bottle, right? So only one time you will do it, or how many times you will do it? You will repeat the process until you fill the water bottle or to the given time, right? So that is called looping. That is called looping. Okay, so you're taking the water, you're going to the particular place and just pouring the water, and again from that place you're coming back to the original place where you have a water, just again holding the water and going to the place and filling the bottle. Again the bottle it's not filled. What you're doing, again you are coming back. So the process is repeated until you just get fill the water in the water bottle, right? So that is called loop, which is called loop. Is it clear? Students, please study only the concept of what is meant by loop. Okay, we are not going to write programs or flowcharts with a loop because you are in standard 5, right? So you need some more time to understand the concept. So first you know just what is mean by loop, that's enough. Okay, for notes also I will give you only what is mean by loop. You can study the same. You can eliminate the two flowcharts given in your text. Got it? That's good, students. That's all for today. So we studied about algorithms and flowchart. This chapter is over. Okay. So we studied what is mean by algorithm and what is mean by flowchart. Okay. So both we studied and we have written programs also. So what we are going to do now? The class is over. I will be sending notes for both the chapters. Okay. So I will be sending it on Friday. Please copy that in your computer notebook and study the same. Friday, instead of the video class, I will be sending notes. Got it? That's it, students. See you on next Wednesday. Have a great day, students.